星の5の魔法陣は強力な魔除け。
Hello, guys. Welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. Alright, let's let Maria finish her sentence.
しかもこの魔法陣は相当丹念に作られていて力がよく満ちている。魔のものであるベアトリーチェにとってこの魔法陣はとても厄介だろうね。
Okay, so welcome back to Umineko when they cry. Let's recap last part real quick before we go on. Thank you guys for the support, by the way. Just gonna say that again. This series has received so much love, and I thank you. Anyway, so let's recap last part real quick. Last part we Canon was first confirmed dead, I believe. Then we discussed about going to Kinzo's study because it was the safest place. Then we had battlers remembering memories, talking with Kirie about how flipping the chessboard is not a foolproof strategy to find out what the culprit really is thinking, what he's really doing, because the culprit may not always do the move that is best, or maybe the culprit is tired or something. The culprit might sometimes do mistakes. Those exist, and flipping the chessboard does not cover all of that. So there's the thing. This is with the talking, not Twitch, just human. So yeah. Then we've come up here. This is the door to Kinzo's study, and I don't think nothing much else super important happened. But as we come up, we've come up here, third floor, into the study, and the key, the doorknob. The doorknob has this scorpion shape thing, magic circle to it. And it's the same as the charm that Maria gave me and Jessica in the beach. That apparently saved Natsu's life. I want to say that much. Let's just say it saved Natsu's life. It's very magic repellent. So yeah, which is interesting because how then did Beatrice manage to get Kinzo out of the room? That shouldn't make sense, should it? Because if you can teleport inside, at least if you can argue, oh yeah, she teleported inside the room, then we can be like, easy, alright, fair enough. She teleported inside the room and teleported Kinzo out of it. But she clearly can't do that, according to Maria. So if she can't do that, how can you explain the locked room situation? Now we have to actually explain it in humane ways, right? Or maybe not. Maybe there's other solutions. But but I highly doubt Natsu's responsible. So how do we explain the locked room situation? Did Kinzo really try to hide under the bed? But okay. Another thing I wanted to mention. Maria is saying that this is the fifth magic circle of Mars, and it's a strong magic repellent. So to make sure, because I remember her talking about this before, so to make sure, I rewatched one of my own videos from before, where she was talking about the magic circle in Hideyoshi and Eva's guest room, and that one is called the first magic circle of the blue moon. So this is the fifth magic circle of Mars. That was the first magic circle of the blue moon. I haven't gone back as to check what the magic circle back where we found the 6 bodies in the shutter in the storehouse is. I haven't gone back to check that far, but I bet that's also something of a planet or of something regarding our solar system. A planet or a moon regarding our solar system. I'm sure of it. So I don't know what the connection is. I don't really know what it means, but I want to make sure because I vaguely remember her saying something about magic circles of the planet before. Okay, but let's get right into this. The goal for now is to finish this chapter, this part. Hopefully we can. We might not be able to. Who knows? But we'll make it as far as we can. We'll pray for at least an hour, minimum an hour, as we usually do. But often we go up to 1.5 or even 2 hours. So, okay. To beings of magic like Beatrice, this magic circle is quite troublesome.
それは心強いじゃねえか。
He's not comforting.
この部屋ならベアトリーチェのマッシュから逃げられるってことだろ。
I mean, that does sound nice.
うちの魔女様は実に頼もしいぜ。
Which sure is reliable.
なら、ベアトリーチェはどうやって中のおじい様を？
Alright, let's see how Maria can answer that one.
バトラが推理した通りだよ。
Oh! Kinzo actually hid under his bed?
ベアトリーチェは中に入れない。
She can't go inside.
でも彼女には魔法があるし、使い魔だっている。
She also has familiars.
それらを使って、おじい様が自分から書斎を出てくるように仕向けることはできるかも。
I see. She has familiars, right? Like the demons she was talking about. The 72 demons that exist. And how, like, the 32nd demon lets her open doors, was it? Something about 32nd demon helped Beatrice do something. Or something. Well, yeah, she has familiars. Okay. She don't want to force grandfather to leave the study. But, she can't open the door. This must have been after... Either Beatrice might have contacted Kinzo before Eva placed that receipt, telling him, "Ayo, when Nazi first comes here, you can talk to her. That's fine. But when she comes here the second time, make sure you hide under the bed." All right, cool, okay. That might have been one thing, or Kinzo for some reason went under the bed and was under the bed and then, with the familiars, forced him to leave the study and then murdered him or something. I don't really know. But okay. I don't really know if you're alive. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. Okay, anyway. She might have been able to... Okay.
ああ、漫画で読んだな。
In a manga.
吸血鬼は十字架が怖くて近づけねえけど、使い魔たちはへっちゃらなんで、使い魔に襲わせるみたいなシーンを読んだことがあるぜ。
Ah, so they made the finish attack. Interesting.
バトラたちに昨日あげたサソリのキーホルダーのようなお守りもこの火星の5の魔法陣だよ。
I see, and that's why he was protected, but he wasn't really protected because apparently he just threw it away. Nazi was protected though.
込められている力は微々たるものだけど、この島を出るまでの間を守ってくれるだけなら十分だった。
It would have been enough to protect him till he left the island. Not anymore. Haha. Too bad.
なくしちゃったそうだけどね。
Sounds like you lost it, right? Too bad. You're screwed. Haha.
サソリのキーホルダーのお守り？
Scorpion keyholder charm.
ああ、その。
Oh yeah, Nazi doesn't know. Of course, because from Nazi's perspective, this is just a gift that my daughter gave me. She's not thinking about all that. Oh, so now maybe Nazi. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we should have told Nazi from before. Damn, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. There's so much going on in this visual novel. Even stuff like this. Obviously, Nazi wouldn't know. And they still need to read the letter, by the way. That's something I ain't forgetting. They need to read that letter. They still haven't.
昨日私が母さんに渡したお守りはマリアにもらったものだったんだよ。
And that's how you're alive. Remember the bloody doorknob? Nazi? That's how you're alive. Lucky you, holding that rifle. You feel safe with that rifle? I hope you do.
ドアノブにかけると魔除けになるとか言われて、私より母さんの方がいいかなってあの時は思って。
And that's how you were able to survive, maybe?
そうでしたか。ジェシカにしては変わったものを持っていると思っていました。
It wasn't nothing pretty carrying around.
夏日おばさんがあれをドアノブに
Yeah. Oh, do you have something to say about that, Maria? Nazi put that on her doorknob?
ええ。夕べそう聞き、寝る前に扉の内側のドアノブにかけました。
Yep. And then there was, when you woke up, you found blood on the other side. So, you're good.
なら夏日おばさんはとても幸運だよ。
You're really fortunate.
そうだったなら夕べベアトリーチェは夏日おばさんに指一本触れられなかっただろうね。
We couldn't even lay one finger on you yesterday. Remember the bloody doorknob, Nazi? You're saved!
ベアトリーチェはさぞや悔しがったと思うよ。
Must have been really annoyed. Okay. Beatrice, annoyed? Couldn't lay one finger? Yep! Remember, Battler. Remember the flip the chessboard theory. See how it's not foolproof? What if Beatrice hasn't been able to do everything she's wanted to do thus far? What if Beatrice's plan all along was to actually get rid of Nazi? Remember, Beatrice, annoyed? Humans have emotions. We can't always just flip the chessboard, can we? Because yeah, if you flip the chessboard, sure, we can think from their POV what they want to do. But sometimes people get annoyed and do dumb decisions. That can happen. If that's the case, then flipping the chessboard doesn't help. Because flipping the chessboard, we're always assuming what's the best way to go about things. But then, what if someone's annoyed? When I'm annoyed, I've done dumb decisions before. When I was annoyed. When I've been tired, I've also done some dumb decisions too. That flipping the chessboard is clear. It's becoming clearer than ever that it's not a foolproof theory, or it's not a foolproof way to solve things, because humans have emotions and sometimes can be unpredictable. Just like how language changes. It's not like math. Because game theory is just math, or flipping the chessboard is just a math theory at the end of the day, and to find the best possible solution. That doesn't really can't fully work on humans. Game theory is more complex than that, though. Nazi thought back on that eerie graffiti she had seen that morning, like someone had been tearing at the outside of her door with blood-soaked hands, and gasped in surprise. Could it be that this witch who called herself Beatrice had tried to enter through the door to her very own room? But the magic repellent charm had been hanging from the inside, so she couldn't break through the door. So she was annoyed. So she scratched at it? Who knows?
よせよ、そういう話。
Quit it, don't talk about that.
魔女なんかいないぜ。
Witches don't exist.
いるのは犯人。
The killer does. What if both exist at the same time and they're both the same thing?
それも私たちと同じ人間だ。
That's a human just like us?
それを確かめる必要があるってなら、八つ先にして血が赤いかも確認してやろうじゃねえか。
See if her blood's red.
くそ。くそ。
What if her blood's purple? Ooh, witch.
僕も。僕も。
To everyone. Click! Open the door. Genji unlocked the door. The 8 entered Kinzo's study. For some reason, that Lil Uzi Vert song is stuck in my head. I don't even like his music that much. I just keep thinking in my head, all my friends are dead, push me to the edge. I hate it. I heard it once when I was out. Like, I didn't even listen to it myself. I was just once when I was out, just heard someone putting it on. And now it's just stuck in my head. Frick! I hate it. Have you guys ever had music that, like, you don't even particularly love listening to it? It's just stuck in your head. Damn it. All my friends are dead. Push me to... Oh, it fits as well with Umineko. Of course it does. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. I don't even care if you cry. God damn it, man. Alright. The 8 entered Kinzo's study. I think is what it said. I'm pretty sure at least. Wow, look at it. Beatrice is there. Woo! Hey, there she is! My grandfather's study, I'd heard rumors about beforehand, so it didn't surprise me all that much. He had done nothing more than fortified thoroughly with his occult hobbies. If grandfather's hobby had been chasing after pop idols, these walls might have been buried, buried beneath idol posters. Even if I didn't understand it, I did realize that this room was an amalgamation of all the things he enjoyed, and now we're just using it for our own benefit to survive. Even so, I couldn't help but remain dumbfounded by the smell of his creepy medicine and the sweet stench that seemed to melt my head. We're stuck here. What is that sound? Is that the lock? Minute Darkness. Ooh, this is a good soundtrack. I like this one. Alright. When the door closed, it automatically made a clunk. I see. This is the auto lock that's activated whenever the door is closed. And there were only 2 keys which could open this door from the outside, both of which were in this room. Correct. We have both keys and we're all in this room. All 8 of us. All 8 of us. In other words, this room had become a locked room. Correct. As of now. The shutter, the receipt, the chain. And now, the auto lock. This 4th door had been locked in the most magnificent fashion yet, constructing a locked room in a perfect form that none could argue with. Absolutely nobody could argue with this being a locked room. The windows are locked, the door is locked. And according to Genji, there is 100% no secret entrance. Eva was tried to probe him for a secret entrance so much, and they all confirmed, both him and Kanon confirmed there was no such thing. So this is the perfect locked room. There is no entrance or exits. Well, there are exits, but you know, you know what I mean. No entrances. Just to make absolutely sure that the room was secure, we checked all over for ways in or out. The windows were tightly locked. That should have been enough, but just in case, we tried knocking all over the walls. Alright. But Genji wouldn't lie to you, would he? There's no such thing. He was part of the project of this room, wasn't he? So he'd know. And he's been in here so much. After all, there had been whispers that there might be a hidden door in this room. But we couldn't find anything suspicious. Grandfather's study was very large. Even though we called it a study, it wasn't really a single room. Right, it had bathroom, freaking toilet, kitchen, refrigerator, whatever. No, not a kitchen, but it had a refrigerator. It has everything. A bed. It could be divided up into 4 basic sections: a study section, a bedroom section, a toilet bathroom section, and a section for cooking that had a sink. Yeah, he even had cooking and a sink. Man's living good. I see. This study does have enough in it to live in. Now I can understand how grandfather could live his whole life in this room without ever leaving. It seemed that grandfather wasn't in the habit of watching TV. There was no television in this room, nor even a radio. Then what did he do in his spare time? Just read books about the occult? Until tomorrow morning, there would be nothing for us to do but pass the time listening to the sound of the rain. We can't talk to each other, you know. I think just hanging out is so underrated nowadays. I feel like everyone just wants to do something. Like, yeah, you wanna come to my house? And then someone would be like, yeah, sure. To do what? And then I'll be like, yeah, just hanging out. And then he'd be like, oh, okay, sure. No video games, no nothing, or no I don't know. You don't wanna go out to play bowling or something, some tennis? I'd be like, nah, just hang out, just talk. Where has that gone? Where has that life gone? They need more of that. You can talk to your family or friends. Just talk. Just for a couple of hours. Just talk. Just catch up on things. Just saying. I think that's lively. That's great. Don't always have to be doing something to cure boredom. There's plenty of things you can just talk about randomly. Alright, there is nothing else to do but pass the time listening to the sound of the rain. Dr. Nanjo gazed at the chessboard that sat on the table in front of the sofa and muttered. It was apparently the partly finished chess match he'd been playing with grandfather until yesterday. Partly finished chess match. The black had the white pretty well cornered, and it looked like checkmate would be reached within a few moves. The end of the end game. Who was the black? Kinzo or Nanjo? Even though checkmate had almost been reached, the endgame had been rushed, and in the end, was never completed. Is this a metaphor to what's happening right now? Beatrice has almost killed us all. She almost has us all in checkmate, but it's never going to be complete. Is this what's gonna happen? Even though checkmate had almost been reached, the endgame had been rushed.
金蔵さん、やはりこの勝負は決着がつきませんでしたな。
We weren't able to see this match through after all.
南條先生、わしは長く金蔵さんの友人だったが、金蔵さんのことを知っているのは半分だけでしかなかった。金蔵さんにはいつも聡明な金蔵さんと何かの狂気にとらわれた金蔵さんの2人が同居していたように思う。
There's a wise Kinzo, then there's a madness Kinzo.
わしは金蔵さんのことを何も理解しておら
I
な
never understood anything about him.
特にベアトリーチェ様のことになると人が変わったようでしたっけね。
In the direction of Kumasawa's son's upward gaze, a portrait of Beatrice could be seen. Sup, Beatrice, we will get to see you again. At this point, I've memorized how you look like. Just show yourself to us. We know how you look like. You have bangs and a rose in your hair. That's it. And you dress like this, I guess, maybe sometimes. We know how you look like. Just show yourself. Come on. I don't know if you're... I don't know. Whatever. It wasn't massive like the one hanging in the entrance hall, but small, made for this room. Grandfather probably spent every day in this room, and so much of his time just staring at her, I guess. I mean, like his final wish was to see her smile one last time. Talking to the witch in that portrait. Who was Beatrice to grandfather in the first place? The one who gave him the gold? By now, you couldn't just explain her away by saying she was a story made by the parents to frighten children away from wandering into the forest. Yeah, no you can't. Nah, there's more to her than that, clearly. While eating the canned food we had brought from the kitchen, we talked together about who Beatrice was. Whether the culprit was Beatrice herself or someone pretending to be her. Whether they were a witch or a human, the lady in this portrait was strongly related to the basis and background of these crimes. You couldn't talk about them without talking about her. She's really made herself prevalent, huh?
そうだ。母さん、エヴァおばさんたちの部屋で犯人の手紙を拾ったんでしょ？
Finally! Freaking finally! Ah, I've been waiting for him to talk about the letter. God damn! Took you guys a while to get to it. I've been mentioning it the entirety of last part and this part about how you guys should read the letter. Finally. Oops, let's do this. Picked up a letter from the culprit on the Eva's room, right? Read it.
まだ開けていませんでしたね。
Open it and read it.
開けてみましょう。
Alright, let's open it and see. Alright. Nancy took out that Western style envelope. Genji-san pulled the letter opener out of a drawer in the study desk and handed it to her. While watching her open it, George Aniki grimaced slightly. After all, it was a letter left at the site where his parents had been murdered. There was a good chance that its contents would say something unbearable to Aniki. It seemed that Aunt Nazi also realized that. So she glanced over the contents first without reading it aloud. Oh! Oh! She... Yo, that's... Hey, yo, why would you do that, Nazi? Now you know the secrets that we don't! And she glanced over the contents first without reading it aloud. Okay. Watch, she's gonna do like a big face like... Oh my god, this letter! Watch. We were a little frightened that she might grimace after reading something shocking, but she just frowned unhappily. Hmm.
内容は何だ？
What does it say?
不愉快な一文があります。
There is one unpleasant sentence.
私たちを挑発するつもりなのでしょう。
It must be trying to provoke us. Nah, read the entire thing from start to finish. I don't care. Read the entire letter from start to finish. Aunt Nazi, after deciding that the contents could be contents could be shown to the children, set it openly on the table. Everyone stared at it at the same time. Okay.
我が名をたたえよ。
Praise my name. Okay, we heard a sound effect there.
なんだよこれ。
Praise my name. The hell?
うせえぜ。
So freaking smug. Alright. We got a new tip, I think. Check the tips. Letter from the witch too. Praise my... Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh. Okay. This is the first letter. Alright. Look at that. This is the first letter. Letter from the witch. Alright, look at that. This is the second letter. What? Praise my name. This reminds me of that Breaking Bad scene, man. Although, no, yeah, at that point he said, say my name. It was Walter White going like, say my name. And then he's like, I don't know your name. The guy he was talking to. They were trying to do a drug deal. He's like, say my name. I don't know. Say my name. I don't know who you are. You could be anybody. Say my name. And then the guy went like, my man went, Heisenberg or Heisenberg, and then Walter went, you goddamn right. Y'all know that that's an iconic scene. That's an iconic scene. Y'all know that, right? You goddamn right. Oh my god, it's the same thing. It's like praise my name. Except this visual novel. I'm pretty sure was made before. Yeah, it definitely was made before. You mean Breaking Bad was made. So. Maybe Breaking Bad. No, I'm joking. I was gonna say maybe Breaking Bad scene was inspired by this scene in Umineko. Praise my name, but definitely not. Come on now. Who knows if Vince Gilligan has read Umineko or not? I doubt it, but maybe. Who knows? The world is weird. Some people. I don't know. Alright, so freaking smug.
ベアトリーチェの勝ち名乗りみたいなものだろうね。くそ。
Declaring herself the victor.
大方また怪しげな魔法陣でも出てくるのを期待してたんだろう。
I was hoping for another weird magic circle to show up. Battler.
魔法陣ではなかったけどね。
He wasn't a magic circle,
想像は裏切られなかったよ。
but it was just as expected. Okay, fine.
どういう意味でしょう？
What could it mean?
自分の存在を誇示したいのでしょうか？
Doubt her own existence.
そう考えるのが妥当でしょう。この手紙で初めて私たちは昨夜の手紙の主が犯人であると理解できる。
With this letter, we now know that the author of last night's letter is the culprit. Yeah, like there's 90% chance, yeah.
ここに書かれている内容よりも昨夜と同じ封筒でというところに意味があるものと思います。
I think the identical envelope is more significant than what is written here. Yeah.
封筒も風浪も 間違いなく親方様が使われていたものです。
That the master used. The same type of envelope.
おお、もう私には何が何だか分かりませんよ。
None of us do.
こんなことは後ろ宮のお家にお仕えして以来初めてのことです。
You sure this is the first time anyone has ever seen anything like this, Kumasawa?
昨日の手紙の言う通りなら、ベアトリーチは自称じい様の最古の腹心だ。
Even older than Genji, yeah.
じい様も常々そう口にしてたんですよね。
Often said the same thing in the past, right? Man, Battler, you chose a bad time to come back to the family. You could have waited a year, then you would have avoided all this. You could have been like Maria's dad, yeah. Just avoided all this. Too bad your grandparents had to die when they died. Or maybe that was all part of Beatrice's plan too. Kill his grandparents at that exact time, so Battler would also be a part of this entire battle of wits, as she said it. Get serious about a bunch of stuff regarding that. I directed the question to Genji-san and Kumasawa-san, who nodded together.
ってことは、じい様の次に詳しいのは源氏さんと熊沢さんってことになる。話してくれないっすか。
Could you tell us?
私は長いことわざと耳にしなかった話です。ですがこの期に及んではそうも言っていられません。源氏、知っている限りを話しなさい。
Genji tells everything you know. Man, it's a good thing Genji's alive, because Genji, after Kinzo, knows a lot of stuff. He knows a lot of stuff regarding the mansion. If Genji was dead, we'd really be screwed. Almost like the culprit wanted to let Genji stay alive, to tell us stuff, maybe. Genji-san didn't answer. Did he remain silent despite his knowledge, or did he know nothing at all? Still, I had a good guess. The ghost story of the witch Beatrice had long been deified among the servants. Right. He had probably been very close to grandfather too, and his occult hobbies. So you're saying he was also turned into a Beatrice believer? I mean, we know he's a Beatrice believer, but... So there was a good chance that he'd been indoctrinated with even weirder things and had increasingly come to deify the witch. As grandfather's most trusted servant, who had sworn loyalty to him, he might be the most influenced by the witch illusion that grandfather had created. You call it an illusion. I don't think he's as much, or at least visibly, not as much influenced as Maria is, clearly. So there's only one reason for Genji-san to remain silent. One reason. He could say it, but it would definitely cause a backlash. So it was better if he kept his mouth shut, and it wasn't like we would believe him anyway. Something along those lines. Only a short while ago, Maria had been more than willing to speak bluntly and unrestrainedly, and that had earned her a scuffle with Jessica. It was natural for Genji-san to keep his silence. Yeah, I bet. Oh! Yo, what is this accusation? Accusations! Yo! He might have just been someone who gave Kenzo the money. Who said, hey, wait, like he's... What is this? Mistress? Foul. Even worse, when you remember that Kenzo's wife, you know, grandma, died, and he still kept simping for Beatrice. That makes it even worse. That gives him a more foul taste. So this accusation, Nazi! Remember how Kenzo was the one who boosted your confidence? What is this, Natsui? Nah, I'm joking. Alright. Where are you going with this then, Natsui? Where are you going with this? His mistress. His mistress. I just said that. That could be possible. I mean, I guess? For ordinary poor people, polygamy isn't only viewed negatively from a moral perspective, it is also an unmaintainable financial situation. But it is easily possible for someone like Kinzo. Easily. I mean, he could have many wives, and it'll be completely fine for his financial situation. Speaking of which, reminds me of Uzui from Demon Slayer. My man's got 3 wives. I don't know. I mean, he's a Hashira, so I'm sure his financial situation was just fine. But yeah. Besides, his wives could take care of themselves, so it's fine. They were ninjas themselves. They were strong. They didn't need his financial support necessarily, but he did support them a lot. Okay. But that isn't the case for the very rich. I guess for the very rich, it's fine to have polygamy. It's possible for them to have another lover in addition to their real wife. Okay, real wife. We can't deny the possibility that grandfather had another woman in his life besides grandmother.
かもな。ばあ様は生きてた頃、よく疑ってたらしいぜ。
She did? Ooh, okay.
浮気相手がいるってな。
That he was cheating on her, I see.
私はてっきりそれは、じい様の想像の中の魔女のことを指してるんだとばかり思ってたんだが。
I'd always thought she was just referring to the witch in grandfather's head, but... I see. Okay.
それなんとも面白い話になってきたぜ。源氏さんは俺に言ったよな。ベアトリーチェはこの屋敷ができる以前からじい様に仕えてたって。
Since before the mansion was finished, Beatrice was working for grandfather.
お屋敷が竣工したのは昭和27年と聞いています。
1952? The construction of the mansion was completed. So it's been what, 34 years? 34? Quick maths. So yeah, over 3 decades ago. Genji has been working for Kinzo since after the construction finished, right? Or maybe during it or something. Maybe even before. I don't exactly know how long Genji's been working for, but now we know he's at least been working with him for about 30 years, right? At least. I assumed 4 decades, but because he said since during the war, like World War II, then I want to say 4 or so decades. Genji might have been working with Kinzo. I don't know about Beatrice though.
ってことは、ベアトリーチェという人は30年以上も昔からおじい様と連れ添っていたということになるね。
That's a lot of years to be cheating on your wife, I mean.
その30年前の愛人、もしくはその縁者や隠し子が何かの恨みがあって何らかの復讐を企んだか。
Hold some kind of grudge. Interesting. So the theory might be from Battler that the mistress, if this is the Beatrice is this mistress, then maybe she had a child, and now Beatrice is gone, and then that child is acting like that, like their mother, and they hold a grudge against Kinzo for maybe Kinzo did something bad to Beatrice or something. I
don't know. なるほど。洋館ミステリーっぽいありがちなストーリーになってきたじゃねえか。
I don't think that theory holds up with me, but interesting thought, Battler.
汚らわしい話ですが、一番納得できる筋書きです。
But this line of reasoning to accept.
どうですか、源氏?
Well, Genji, well, I think Genji's just gonna say it's Beatrice.
おそらく親方様に恋愛の感情は終わりになられたでしょう。
Okay, but how deep was that love? Was it to the point where she was his mistress? Or was it just love in a witch sense? I don't know how to explain that.
亡くなられた奥様より愛しておられたに違いありません。
Okay, he cared more for her than his wife, late wife. Okay, okay.
ベアトリーチェってのは何者なんだよ。
I know, right? I want to meet her too. Every time her name is written, there's a different font. Like, she's gotta be all important.
そして今はどうしてるんだ。
And what is she doing now? Great question. Maria could probably answer you, but you won't believe her. Genji?
お屋敷ができるより前にお亡くなりになったと聞いています。
Oh! That is new info. She passed away before the mansion was completed. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So we're just dealing with a ghost? This entire thing has been a ghost story? I don't really like the sound of that. I would not. I would not be happy with that. Come on now. I do not like the sound of that. I hope that's not the case. I would not be happy. I would not be amused.
すでに死んでいる？
She's already dead. The detective's already dead. That was a very mid show. Not gonna lie, I regret watching it.
はい。親方様は大層深く悲しまれ、
Mourned for her most grievously.
ベアトリーチェ様を蘇らせる方法として黒魔術に傾倒なさっていったのです。
As a means to revive her. Hmm.
親方様はベアトリーチェ様を心の底から愛しておられたのです。このような狂気に駆り立てるほどに。
But didn't Beatrice say in the epitaph, I think it was, that she would be... that she would be revived, then she would restore everything, and then she'd be gone until she's called back again. Maybe. Something along those lines. As Genji-san said this, he spread his arms, as though asking us to look at this room, filled with the signs of grandfather's madness. World end. Okay. We were all at a loss for words. Before this, his black magic hobby was nothing other than creepy, and we had found it impossible to understand what drove him to devote himself to it. Nobody had tried to understand Kinzo, dismissing him as an eccentric who had restored the Ishima family amidst his madness. Beatrice, all that had been on grandfather's mind was the loss of the woman he loved, and the sorrow of being unable to give up on her. Just a few moments ago, this room had seemed creepy, but in that instant, everything about it started making sense. This soundtrack is so good! The creepy books, the magic circles, the medicine, all of it. All just because he wanted to revive once more the visage of a single woman who had left this world 30 long years ago.
一度だけ深く酔われた親方様にベアトリーチェ様のお話を聞かされたことがあります。
I wasn't even alive 30 years ago. I imagine many of you guys watching this probably weren't even alive either. Well, maybe. I don't know. Well, chat. If we're going by humanity in general, there's more people who are older than 30 than people who are younger than 30. So I might be wrong. But how many people older than 30 be watching my YouTube videos? Man. Alright, okay.
詳しいことは忘れてしまいましたが、
Although I've forgotten the details.
それはもう 女の私が聞いて羨むような深い深い愛情でございました。
Come on now, Kumasawa, you're a bit too old for that, aren't you? I mean, nah, you can be jealous despite being very old. Like, oh man, I'm very old, but I still want that sort of relationship. You know, you can still long for that despite being old, surely. Yeah. Hmm.
金蔵さんは後宮家の当主を継いだ時、
Another old man, old person.
当時まだ生き残っていた後宮家の長老たちの意向で亡くなった奥さんとの結婚を決められたのです。
But a few surviving elders, so he didn't even decide to marry his late wife. It was like a staged marriage, I guess. Hmm.
つまり後宮家にとって得になる女性との結婚を強制された。
Because he was forced to, yeah. And Beatrice is the one he actually loved deeply.
さようです。金蔵さんはお家復興のためだけに当主に据えられ、全ての重責を背負わされたのです。そんな金蔵さんがどこでどういう経緯でベアトリーチェと知り合ったのかは分かりかねます。
Do not pretend to know the details of when or where Kinzo-san first met Beatrice.
それ以上語るのは無粋だな。
It would be rude, yes. That was when grandfather truly fell in love for the first time. How deep that affection must have been. It was easy to tell just by looking around us. This room was covered with piles upon piles of things having to do with black magic. And grandfather had spent day after long day shut in here, immersed in his research and isolated from the outside world, never taking a single day off. You couldn't help but realize how deep grandfather's love for Beatrice was.
私誤解してたよ、源氏さん。
何をでしょうか。
I had it all wrong, Genji-san. Genji's going like, what? What are you on about?
私、使用人の人たちが魔女を問診するのは、じい様の気持ち悪い黒魔術趣味に感化されてるからじゃないかってずっと違ったんだな。
But that's not how it was. Creepy black magic hobby. Perhaps they had been acting as though at least Beatrice's soul had been restored and existed inside this mansion in order to soothe grandfather's heart. Oh, I see the logic there. Yeah, so so us saying like, oh yeah, the servants are talking about the Beatrice existing and that she's the ruler of the night. Jessica's saying that the entire time. It could have just been them saying all that to make Kinzo happier, I guess. With closed eyes, an expression as though he was remembering something from the distant past, Genji maintained his silence. He probably felt that to confess that would be to betray his one and only master in the most serious way, even though that person was already dead. Damn, that's deep. Just like Kinzo's, just like the ice pick that's stuck in Kinzo's forehead. That was that was not a great joke, and I started to say it. I stuttered, so that didn't help. And it's too soon because we just found his death not too long ago. Alright. Beatrice has revived as a witch and she is in the mansion even now. That was his mantra. What he had believed, what he had made others believe. And Genji would take that with him to the grave. He's not dead yet, luckily. He wasn't one of the massacred people who were murdered. This might have been the last service he could offer his master. The legend of the witch, the mysterious tale of Rokkenjima that was still whispered of amongst the servants. Its true nature was a sad lie. Well, allegedly. Allegedly. I'm not fully in belief of it yet, that it's a lie. No, an act of kindness towards grandfather, who had lost the person he loved above all else. Okay, well, the story itself might be a lie by the servants, but Beatrice herself being and the witch existing may not be a lie just yet. Come on now. Hey, Onatsi, what do you think about all this?
私はお父様の前で魔女を否定する話を何度か口にした覚えがあります。今ならそれがどれだけお父様を傷つけていたかわかります。
今の僕にならわかるよ。シャノンを蘇らせる方法が黒魔術だというなら、僕は今すぐにもこの部屋の次の主となって研究を始めるよ。
I bet Natsu could understand too, because Natsu lost her husband. So yeah, you're not the only one that can understand, George. I'm sure Natsu understands too. Even though it's not wife in her case, it's still the partner you've sworn loyalty to, the love of your life, I guess.
Aniki.
Another strand of tears dripped from George's eyes. Maybe it was infectious. Tears rose to Jessica's eyes too, and she sniffled.
Beatrice は言っていたよ。
What did she tell ya?
もうじき蘇ることができる。
We're all talking about this sad stuff. Marty's like, yeah, she's coming back, by the way. Beatrice is coming back.
会うことができるって。
We'll be able to meet up. Okay. I guess we can ask her then. If she revives and we're still alive to see her revive, then I wanna ask her questions. Like what's Wagwan? You know, Wagwan. What's going on? Actually, for real. Alright, very soon the door to the Golden Land will be opened. In a promised land that glitters gold, she'll resurrect all the dead people's souls and revive the love they possessed as well, including Kinzo, his love for Beatrice, for you. And I will sleep in a world of peacefulness forevermore. That's what it said in the epitaph, yes. Did she say that? No, she might have said that in the letter. I think that was in the epitaph. I don't know, whatever. She said that, yeah. Beatrice will give you the letter?
信じないよね。
You don't believe, do you?
ここにじい様がいたならきっと喜んだろうな。
I'm sure he'd be happy that now we understand him. Maybe.
もうじきベアトリーチェが蘇ることにさぞや踊り上がって喜んだろうな。
Because Beatrice is about to be revived. Yeah, maybe, sure.
なら俺は信じたぜ。じい様が半生をかけて研究したことで蘇り、愛した女の魂が蘇ったと信じて寿命を全うできるって言うんなら俺も信じたぜ。
Alright, Battler. I'm already a believer, but I'm gonna continue believing now. My belief is continued. I'll spend the hospice. Yeah. Alright. Alright.
バトラー。
Battler.
一人の女性をずっと愛し続けた気持ちが周りにも伝わり真実となる。
And becomes the truth.
それを気遣いと呼べばそれまでだろうけれど、
You can say they're just being considerate.
今の僕はあえてそれを魔法と呼んであげたいね。
I'd like to call that magic.
気遣いじゃないよ。
It is in consideration.
本当に魔法だよ。
It really is magic.
魔女だよ。
She's a witch.
やっぱり誰にもベアトリーチェの姿は見えないんだね。
It looks like nobody can see Beatrice after all. Why, is she in this room with us? That would be great. Some time passed. As we listened to the sound of the rain, we considered what kind of love and madness must have possessed the owner of this room as he spent half of his life here. Hmm.
女の私から言えば、お父様の純愛の気持ちも少しは理解したいところですが、それではお母様の立つ瀬がありません。
That's true. we're going like, oh yeah, I feel for Kinzo. Yeah, he's what a tragic story. Oh my god, that sucks. Oh yeah, by the way, what about, grandmother? Wasn't she kind of forced to marry him too? Even if she wasn't, isn't it tragic that she married a person that didn't even truly love her? Yeah, what about that? Jessica agrees. Alright, the two of the three women remaining agree.
浮気は浮気。
Cheating is cheating. Again, allegedly. Listen. I'm not gonna accuse him of cheating just yet. His feelings for Beatrice were deep. True. They were deeper than they were for his wife. Also true. But let's not accuse him of cheating yet. She may not have been his mistress fully. Alright? If his feelings weren't fully romantic, it was just love, but like as a person. Okay, yeah, that doesn't really make sense, does it? Well, if they never banged, then it's not really fully cheating, right? I mean, either way, even if they never banged, that still leaves Kinzo's wife in a very interesting position that should not be desired by anyone.
綺麗事にされちゃかなわねえよな。
Or isn't desired at least by a lot of people. I don't know. Some people may be into that stuff. I listen. Don't ask me. People are weird. But okay. People can do what they want. Okay. No way to make it pretty.
それもそうだな。
It's true. I am against cheating as well.
ばあ様が気の毒になっちまうぜ。
Or grandmother. Hey, fair enough. Hey guys, if I ever somehow get caught cheating, cancel me, no problem. I mean, I would never, but immediately cancel me. Immediately. Nah. I do not let myself in the future get away with that. Like, the younger self will beat the crap out of my future self if he even thinks about that. Oh my god, that is still something I'm against. Yeah.
それでベアトリーチェとおじい様の間に子供がいたなんて話はある？
Maybe the gold? Oh wait a minute! Wait. Speaking of the gold, Nazi still hasn't mentioned it. Nazi still has not mentioned the story of the gold, about how it's real. What the frick is wrong? Oh, why has she not mentioned it yet? By this point, it should be safe. Hideyoshi's dead, Eva's dead. Most people are dead. It's only us cousin. Or maybe because she still doesn't trust the servants? Or doesn't trust all of us? Why wouldn't she talk about how the gold actually exists? What the frick? Yeah, Nazi knows it exists. Oh! I mean, I guess from her POV, she's still scared that the culprit is one of us. Man, but she has a rifle. She still has a rifle, so maybe she thinks the culprit might still be one of us. But because she has a rifle, she can defend. She can defend herself and the rest of us who aren't the killers. Maybe that's where her safety comes from. Okay. The keyword Beatrice has been hidden in every corner of this case. So it's natural to suspect any relative of Beatrice. Okay.
いえ、
No children?
そのような話は聞いたことがありません。
So they may not have banged. They may, if they don't have children, they may not have.
仮にいたとしたら最愛の人の忘れがたみとしてきっと全ての愛情を注ぎ込んだだろうね。それがなく黒魔術に没頭していったなら子供はいなかったと考えるべきなのかな。
Maybe. We can't fully foolproof that, but it's a big maybe. Big likely maybe.
そういえばこんな噂を聞いたことがあるぜ。
A rumor I heard.
知ってるだろ。
What?
じい様が福音の家っていう福祉施設に莫大な援助をしてるって話。
A welfare... Grandfather heavily supported a welfare institute called the Gospel House? I have never heard of this rumor. The Gospel House.
よしなさい。
Enough of that. No rumors.
それはお父様を冒涜する中傷に過ぎません。
Interesting.
教えてくれよ、夏日おばさん。隠し事はなしなのはおばさんもだと思うっすよ。
I agree. It's too late to be hiding things from each other. If we all could die tonight, might as well tell us. Also, the gold. Considering, yeah, Nazi wants... Okay, maybe Nazi wants to hide... Just like she wants to hide this rumor, she also wants to hide the story of the gold. And she's the only one who knows. She, for some reason, wants to be quiet about it. She wants to be quiet about it even this late in the game. This late in the stage game.
くだらない話です。
Worthless story. So just like... Yeah. So yeah, Nazi, I guess, is just prone to to just leave things to herself. She wasn't very open about the bloody doorknob. Took her a while to tell everyone about it, and now she's saying this is a worthless story. So same thing, I guess, could be said for the gold. She just isn't talking about it, even though she knows of it. She's aware it exists.
お父様はその施設に莫大な援助をし、社会勉強の一環として当家の使用人雇用枠を開放していました。
Father heavily supported that institute and opened up servant employment positions for them within this house as part of their social studies.
それをお父様に汚らわしい趣味があると吹聴する愚か者がいたというだけの話です。
Father had foul motivations. But why did he heavily support that institute though? Why would he do that to begin with? What about it made him want to support it so much? And to the point where he opened up servant employment positions within this house.
一時期それが黒魔術の生贄にするためだみたいな噂になってさ。
Collected sacrifices for his black magic? Ooh, that adds up.
実際いつもこの部屋で怪しげな実験や儀式を繰り返してたわけで、私も半分は信じてたところがあったぜ。
I half believed it myself.
その福音の家出身の使用人ってのは
If they say Shannon and Canon, I would be wilded.
何人かいますが、親族
Oh my god! Oh my god! I freaking guessed it! Sorry for not letting Genji's voice actor talk there, but I freaking guessed it. I was like, if they say Shannon and Canon, I would be wilded, and I am. Ah! Damn, bruh. Damn. Interesting. So he was collecting sacrifices, supporting a welfare institute for servants, open up servant employment positions, to collect sacrifices. Oh my god. Those rumors may be truer than we thought. Only Shannon and Canon were scheduled to be here, alright? But there are more. There are more servants. To resurrect Beatrice, he had summoned servants from a welfare institute as sacrifices?
確かにじい様が使用人として選ぶのはいつもシャノンやカノン君くらいの若い子ばかり。私だってじい様には妙な趣味があるに違いないって信じてたぜ。
Had some weird inclinations. But I mean, he also selected Kumasawa, who's plenty old, but I guess she wasn't from that institute necessarily. And then there's Goda, who's also plenty old. But yeah. Okay, I'm sure the grandfather has some weird inclinations.
ジェシカ、言葉を慎みなさい。
Control your words. When Aunt Nazi scolded her, the atmosphere instantly went sour and everyone fell quiet. However, something was tugging at the back of my mind. Tugging at the back of my mind. Sacrifices. Sacrifices. Sacrifices brought over from the gospel house. Yeah? What is it? Freaky words like sacrifices don't pop up often. It's a freaky word now, apparently. What? Why do they not pop up often, Battler? What is it? Yet I've seen or heard that word somewhere recently. The epitaph, obviously. Sacrifices for the witch. What do you mean? Some part of my memory is tugging at me. Sacrifices for the witch! There's supposed to be 12. Wait, how many? 10 people die. So there's gonna be 2 more people that are gonna die. Out of us, 2 more people are gonna die. And then the witch will be revived. Come on, Beatrice. What do you know? What do you know? I had arrived in front of the portrait of Beatrice. It wasn't as vast as the one in the entrance hall, but that portrait, which he must have had drawn by some famous painter, was still just as intimidating in this smaller size. Below it, just like in the entrance hall, was the epitaph set to point out the place where the hold was hidden. Below it, just was the epitaph set to point out the place where the gold was hidden, right? You've realized something? Sacrifices, yeah, in the epitaph, I know.
なんだよバトラ。
This soundtrack is getting me.
急に気持ち悪いこと言うなよ。
Battler, you're creeping me out.
生贄を6人
Sacrifice the 6. Oh! Was it that specific in the epitaph? I never noticed that it was that specific. I thought she said sacrifice 12. Sacrifice the 6. Ah. Both of my eyes opened as wide as plates. Right there. Everything had been predicted since the very beginning. Well, yeah. That's the entire point of the epitaph. Everyone crowded around. And the same expression of terror filled every face. Yes. It was written in the epitaph. On the first twilight, sacrifice the 6 chosen by the key. But wasn't Nazi supposed to be killed in the first twilight too? Wasn't Nazi supposed to be one of the sacrifices? Because of the bloody doorknob? I guess because that didn't work out, she decided to sacrifice someone else. Maybe Shannon? We saw Shannon at night. We saw Shannon dying. And if that's the case... it was Shannon, then... yeah, she was annoyed. Beatrice was annoyed, clawing at Nazi's door knob, but she couldn't open it, so that's why she got annoyed. This is the whole point of flipping the chessboard doesn't work, because, yeah, okay. There's no doubt.
最初に死んだのは6人だ
6 people died in the beginning.
そしてシャッターに書かれた魔法陣じゃねえヘブライ語でも生贄を捧げると書いてあった
It mentioned the offering of sacrifices, where the Hebrew was written. Well, yeah. But it's like, yeah, that's what I've been saying. Listen to me. That's right. Maria had said it at the very beginning. Right after we found the 6 bodies, when Maria was in the parlor watching TV, she had said it. Oh, killer's not human. Just the sacrifices chosen by the key. Right.
これは黄金の隠し場所なんかじゃね
This has nothing to do with this location of the hidden gold.
え。黒魔術か何かの復活の儀式の手順なんだ。
Yeah. But what if hidden within it is also the location of the hidden gold? Wasn't the start of that a location finder? Let's see, tips. The start of that was where to find the hidden gold at the very start. Behold the sweet fish river running through blah 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 blah. See, this is the golden land. It's not until here that that the twilight stuff first happens. Second twilight, those who remain shall tear apart the two who are close. The two who are close? Those who remain shall praise my noble name. Oh! 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 Wait! Oh! 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 My God! Wow! Thank you, Battle, for making check the letter and epitaph again. Letter from the witch too. Praise my name. You know, the whole Breaking Bad reference thing. That was a joke. But now on the third twilight, those who remain shall praise my noble name. Tear apart the two who are close. Hideyoshi, Eva. On the fourth twilight, okay, yeah, okay. So we're on the third twilight right now. We're praising her noble name. I think that's what's happening right now, I guess. And then after this, so we're gonna be in here. We've been here for two days, first and second twilight. About to go to the third twilight, and there's going to be 9, 10 twilights until this visual novel is over. Is that it? The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures: the gold, the souls, the love, the witch to rest. Rest in peace. Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
確かこの碑文には大勢の死が必要になるはず。
A large number of deaths.
確かに
Well, yeah.
ざっと読むだけでも6たす2たす5で
6 plus 2 plus 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 10. That is the same as 6 plus 2 plus 2. So there's 3 left actually. Wait, why 6 plus 2 plus 5 though? Why 13? I counted up to 11, to 12. Why 13? Why would we need 13? I'm confused. Wasn't it 12 they needed? And if 10 are dead, that means 3 people need to die left. Wait, yeah, because 10 are dead. So there'll be 5 left in the end. But wait, why 13? Let me just get the epitaph again. Blah blah blah. Look for the shore that we speak of. 6 plus 2. 6 plus 2. And I guess this is the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess these are the 5 she's talking about. So 6 plus 2 is 8. We've got an 8. But no, this doesn't make sense. 6 plus 2 sure is 8, yeah. But then there's one Kinzo. And then there's one Canon. There's one Kinzo and one Canon. Those are not part of this they're not part of either the sacrifices or the 2 who are close. Gosh, the chest didn't kill. Gosh, the main kill. Gosh, the knee kill. The witch revives and none shall be left alive. Alright. Alright.
13人は死ななくちゃならないことになってるぜ。
13 people have to die. And there's only 10 people have died. Well, I say only, a lot of people have died. So 3 people in here have to die.
普段はこの島には何人いるんですか？
How many people are normally on this island? Probably not 18.
使用人のシフトにもよるでしょうが、お父様、夫に、私にジェシカ、
So Kinzo's waiting for this family conference to do this.
そして使用人が2、3人。
2 or 3 servants. So Kinzo, 3, so 5 or 6? 5 or 6 then. Wait, and Jessica. Wait, sorry. 6 or 7. That's not enough. Clearly not enough. That's not enough.
昨日今日は5人いてもらってますが、普段はそこまでいません。
But there aren't normally that many. Woo!
ってことはだ、この儀式を実行しようとしたら普段じゃ生贄が足らないってわけだ。
There wouldn't be enough.
いや違うぜ。じいさまは福音の家から不気味な儀式の生贄にするために使用人を取ったという噂。
To be in some creepy ritual.
つまりなんだよ。
So what?
生贄の人数を増やすために使用人を増やし、さらに人数が集まる年に一度の親族会議はこの儀式を執り行える年にたった一度唯一のタイミングだったってことじゃねえか。
Is it now the only time of the year that this ritual could be held? Correct. When Jessica screamed this, Maria broke out in that creepy laugh, looking truly pleased.
人は運気を試すためにある種の確率に願掛けをすることがない？
That's what Kinzo did. Like throwing a sandal and saying that if it lands right side up, tomorrow will be sunny. Or saying that tomorrow will be a good day if a coin lands on heads. There are many little superstitions like that. If you're fed up at how nothing is going right for you, and you happen to roll some dice and get 3 6s, it would probably make you want to believe that it's a sign of some miracle. In flipping a sandal, you have at worst a 50% chance. And if you get it right side up, it's not worth much. Yeah, but three dices all landing on 6, that is very much worth, because the chances of that are very low. I could do the calculation of that, but I can't be bothered. But I probability theory. Yes, you could do the math to find out what the chances are of getting 3 6s in a row, 3 dices. But yeah, probability is much less than 50%. The chance of that happening are very low, but it's possible. But if you carelessly roll 3 dice and they all come up 6, you might think that's a small miracle. And Kinzo just bet everything. That's a big miracle.
魔術にもそういう考えはあるんだよ。限りなくありえない出目を期待してひたすらに祈祷を続ける。そうして蓄えられた祈祷の念は奇跡の出目が現れた時魔力を持って具現化される。
The feats from all the stored up prayers are made incarnate through magic. I see. I see.
おじいさまがしようとした魔術は多分そういうもの。鍵が無作為に選ぶ生贄の抽選。
The key randomly selected sacrifices in a lottery?
それに万が一自分が当たることがないようにこの島に最も人が多くなる日を選んで儀式を実行した。
But he ended up being one of the sacrifices anyway. What a pleb. I see.
バカバカしい。
How ridiculous.
これらが全て怪しげな魔法の儀式の過程で起こった事件だと言い出すのですか？
Part of the process of some questionable magic ritual. Interesting that Nazi is now losing her cool to Maria, when earlier she had kept herself cool. Nazi yelled. She couldn't stop thinking fearfully about how she might have been protected just because of the scorpion charm. La lol. Oh man. That's if you decide to believe in it. If I hadn't received that charm from Jessica and hung it from my doorknob, would I have been killed? Been one of those 6? And the strangest part is, even though I hung the charm from the inside of my door, they couldn't get through the door. The killer had noticed the charm from outside the door and had given up trying to open the door. Right. A human couldn't have perceived that. Right. The charm meant to stop someone that was not human had done just that. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible! Impossible. 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 I remember years ago, someone I could take from this when it comes to love. I win, and I did. The epitaph traces the events that followed.
第二の晩に残されし者は寄り添う二人を引き裂け。
The two who are close.
これはエヴァ様たちのことを指しているのでしょうか。
That's what I was saying. Only problem is, we're still in the second twilight, going to the third twilight, and we're supposed to praise Beatrice's name. But the problem is, Kinzo died and Kanon died, and neither of them were part of this ritual necessarily. So what's that about? What about that? How do you explain that? You can't explain that with this ritual, because that's 2 extra people that died that didn't need to be dying on the second twilight.
悔しいけどそうだと判断せざるを得ない。そして母さんたちを殺した犯人は続く第3の晩の言葉を手紙に書きその場に残したんだからね。
Yep. I read it earlier and I was like, oh my god, that's nuts. They left the words from the third twilight in a letter. Yep.
そうだな。第二の晩を実行し、第三の晩をその場に残した。
They left the third twilight in a letter there.
第三の晩はまさにさっき夏代おばさんが読んだ通りだぜ。
Just like Aunt Nazi just read. Praise my name. Praise the noble witch's name. On the third twilight, those who remain shall praise my noble name. This is such a great poem. Or epitaph. Ah, now I read it. It just keeps going on, doesn't it? On the fourth twilight, gouge the head and kill. Gouge the head and kill. George Oniki's parents were killed with... Oh, the demon's ice picks gouged into their heads. Correct, but it's not the fourth twilight yet. We're not at that stage yet. But if that counted as the second twilight, someone else must be gouged in the head. What? If that counted as the second twilight, someone else must be gouged in the head. Right. Someone else. Oh, no. Kinzo! Kinzo? So are we in the fourth twilight already? Kinzo? Gouge the chest and kill! Kanon! Oh! It fits! It fits! It fits! So next person who's gonna die, gouge the legs and kill. Next person who's going to die is going to get his legs freaking ripped off or something. Is that it? That's Kinzo. So Kinzo died before... Yeah, obviously. So yeah, obviously. Kinzo died before Kanon. Then Kanon...
焼却炉の中で焼かれてたからそっちに目がいっちまって気づかなかったがじいさまも眉間にいや頭をえぐられてた
His head had been gouged. Then Kanon explains the chest. Then the legs is yet to happen. Oh.
じいさまが第4の晩の犠牲者
Then what does the third twilight mean? The third twilight is just... I don't know. Praise my name. Kanon-kun. Yep. Gouge the chest and kill.
第5の晩に 胸をえぐりて殺せ。
Oh, oh my god.
カノン君については犯人との突発的な遭遇による犯行だと思ってたけど違う。
You're saying the culprit planned that too?
誰か一人をおびき出し胸を貫くことを初めから狙っていたんだ。
From the beginning, they had been planning on luring someone.
もし犯人がこれをなぞっているとしたなら
Next, we're gonna keep... More of us gonna keep dying. 3 more of us gonna keep dying. The legs, the stomach.
まだ3人が死ななければならないというのですか
3 of us still have to die, y'all. On the 6th Twilight, gouge the stomach and kill. On the 7th Twilight, gouge... Oh yeah, the knee. The knee and kill. Gouge the knee and kill. On the 8th Twilight, gouge the leg and kill. Sorry. So after this, someone's gonna get got in the stomach, someone's gonna get got in their knees, and someone's gonna get got in their legs. Or leg. And then, we'll finally be over. The 5 of us remaining, hopefully I'm one of them, me, Battler. I know Maria's gonna be one of them, because Beatrice promised her. I hope I'm one of them, and I should be one of them, because I'm the main character. Then after that, 3 of us are gonna remain. Who do I want the 3 to be? I think, George is sus. We need a mother figure. Natsu can stay. Besides, the charm has saved her once. She can stay. Then 2 more. I like Genji. I really like Genji. I love Nanjo. I could just keep the family members and take all the servants and Nanjo away. But that would be kind of boring. Shouldn't I just keep at least Genji with me? Let's keep Genji. Come on now. But that means I have to sacrifice one of George and Jessica. God damn it. Let's not think about it too much. Let's just keep reading.
確かにそう読み取れますけど
Honestly, I feel like if I read the epitaph more, I could have noticed these connections. But the reason why I didn't is really just because, it's mostly just because, like, how do I put it? It's just because I didn't want to bore the part out. These parts are already going slow-paced enough that I didn't want to do that. I know I could have done it in my own time, right? But even then, it's like, eh. Besides, it's more fun to figure things out with them along the way like this, right? I could reread the letter and also find some other connections, but it's more fun this way. Besides, now we're repeating with them, so it's fine. You could read it that way. She was going, eee, and Battle's going, yeah. I wonder about that.
あと3人が死ねば第9の番になる
It reaches the 9th Twilight.
見てみろよ
Take a look. On the 9th Twilight, the witch revives and none shall be left alive. Oh, so we're all dead anyway. Okay, never mind. We're all dead anyway.
私たちはベアトリーチェに
But we're all gonna be
殺される
Jessica, we're all gonna be revived, so it's fine.
わけがわかんね
Get it?
え結局何人いようが最後には全員死ぬってことじゃねえかじいさまは何が持ってきたったんだ
To get us to be revived. We're all gonna be revived.
この儀式じゃじいさま自身何をどうしたって生き残れねえじゃないか
誰も生き残れなくていいんだよ
It doesn't matter that no one's left alive.
第10の晩には黄金鏡にたどり着く
On the 10th Twilight, we finally arrived at the Golden Land. On the 10th Twilight, the journey ends and you shall reach the home of the gold. The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures. Right, I remember the 4 treasures.
おじいさまは死を恐れてなんかいなかったんだよ
Grandfather wasn't afraid of something like death.
ほら4つの宝の2番と3番を見てごらんよ
Look at the second and third of the 4 treasures.
一つは全ての死者の魂を蘇らせ
All their souls.
一つは失った愛すらも蘇らせる
Revives all the love they possessed.
つまりおじい様は自分がこの儀式の途中で死んでしまってもやがては復活できると信じてた
Remember, one gives us back the gold. Yeah. One even reminds. Okay, I see.
バカバカしいぜ。妄言だぜ。死んだらそれまでだろ。
That's clearly not what Kinzo believed, Jessica.
死者は生き返らない。
That don't come back to life.
人類が何千年もかけて追い求め、結局は未だに成し遂げられない奇跡だぜ。つまりこういうことだろう。死後の世界で再会できて蘇ることができるとか、そういう類だろう。
It's gotta be something like this, right? Something like you can revive and meet them in the world after death. If there's a world after death, then there you go. It's a miracle that humanity has been chasing after for thousands of years and still hasn't accomplished.
ジェシカの言い分通りだとするなら、こいつはつまり老い先短いじい様が恋に狂っての自殺まがい。いや、壮大な無理心中ってことなのか。
Basically, a massive forced group suicide, but Maria's down. We're not, but Maria is. Genji's still silent. Genji, you knew about all this.
その可能性は考えられるのですか？
Can that possibly be considered?
わかりません。
I do not know.
親方様は時に千年の未来を見越されるほどの聡明なお方です。
1,000 years into the future. Interesting, considering Beatrice is 1,000 years old.
しかし、本ような私にはそれが狂気としか映らないこともあります。
There are times when that appears to be nothing more than madness to comers such as myself.
それってイエスって意味だよな。
Does that mean yes?
熊沢さんはどうなんだよ。
Do you say Kumasawa?
私は何も知りません。知りませんとも。知っていたなら今日この島にいると思いますか？手病でも何でも使ってお休みしていますよ。
Fair enough. And the way she has the way the servants, at least her and Kanon, have been since maybe not Genji as much, but the way they've been after the death of the rest, they've clearly been shocked. They clearly don't find this very comfortable for them. Whether they believe in it or not. Jag fick den så de hade tyckt.
おじい様の長年の友人である南條先生のご意見は？
源氏さんに同じです。
The same as Genji. You've been grandfather's friends for many years.
金蔵さんは凡人をはるかに超越した方だった。
Far surpassed ordinary people.
そこにある種の人間離れした力すらも感じることはありました。
Inhuman power. I think it's time for Natsu to talk about the gold soon, to be fair. About the gold thing.
私にも金蔵さんが何を考えてこの碑文を残されたのかわからない。
一つだけ言えるのは、仮にこの筋書きを作ったのがお父様であっても、実行しているのは別の人間だということです。
The one carried around is a different person? Yeah. That's what it seems like.
確かに少なくともじい様とカノン君を襲った犯人は他にいる。
Yeah. There's another culprit.
しかもそいつはこの碑文通りまだ事件を続けようとしている。
That person still continued the crimes just as the epitaph says.
僕たちが深く考えなかった最初の手紙、あれには何て書いてあっただろう。
That if we find the gold, she'll give the inheritance to us. We thought back to the recitation of the letter last night. Beatrice had proclaimed something inside the letter. She had proclaimed that, in accordance with her contract with Kinzo, she would collect everything of the Ushiromiya family as interest. Contract with Kinzo. Everything from the human family has interest. But if we found the gold, she would just give it to us back. But then she had also revealed a special clause. If someone discovered the location of the gold grandfather had hidden, that right would be lost. Exactly. The location of the gold grandfather had hidden. At the time that the letter had been read, grandfather was still alive. But at that time, it had already been sealed with wax by the head's ring. Right! Meaning that the ring, grandfather... Well, they don't know about this, but we saw grandfather throw the ring. But at that time, these guys did not know that grandfather didn't have his ring on him until they saw his body after death. It had already been sealed with wax by the head's ring. Which meant that grandfather had handed the ring over to Beatrice while he was still alive. Exactly. We saw that happen, and we saw it happen. If you think about that straightforwardly, we should probably take that to mean that Beatrice is carrying out that strange contract and grandfather is securing her that right. Simply put, it was the same as saying that grandfather knew of and approved of the contents of that letter. He approved of the contents of that letter. In other words, it's as though it was a joint message from Beatrice and grandfather, telling us that Beatrice will start collecting interest if we don't solve the riddle. In short, grandfather and Beatrice were telling us to solve the epitaph's riddle. Okay, we get it. And if we couldn't, they were saying they would kill us all following the procedure in the epitaph. What meaning is there to that? What do they want? I don't have a clue what it means. A third one? What did you say? There's a third one? Do you have another one? Maria was pointing at the top of the table, where the canned food that everyone had been eating just now still lay. A Western style envelope was sitting there. But so what? A Western yeah, so what? Unless it's a third envelope and Beatrice knew that we were gonna come into Kinzo's study, so she left us an envelope there to be read when we came up here. What? Aunt Nancy let out a hysterical cry, looking between her own hand and the table. Because the envelope that she had just opened was still grasped in her hand. What? The envelope that she had just opened was still grasped in her hand? Closed? And despite that, there's an envelope on the table? Was that envelope put there between when we came here and now? Oh, Beatrice, you stinky, slimy, scary witch. What is this? What's going on, Maria? Where did that envelope come from? Out of thin air? Beatrice just gave it to us. Woo! Just now I looked at it and it was lying there. That's not how you do your sounds usually, Maria. I don't know anything. Is there? Unless that ninth person is a witch. Are you sure about that? There wasn't enough time during the few seconds that we gathered around the portrait, right? I don't know. Whoa! Oh my god! Hey, yo! Back against the wall! Oh my god! Oh my god! Guys, we're gonna end it there. We're gonna end it there. Holy crap! Oh, this soundtrack is getting me so hyped. Yeah. Ooh. This soundtrack! Why is it so good? Coming to this visual novel, I did not think this was gonna have a good soundtrack. What is this? I can vibe to this, you know? Oh! I can actually vibe to this. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna end it there though. We've been recording for a while, so hope you guys have enjoyed this part of Umineko When They Cry. Next part, we shall see more of Natsu's craziness back against the wall. Woo! Woo! So, yeah, okay. Now I understand everything. Now I understand why Natsuhi. Now I understand why she didn't reveal that she knew about the gold, that she found the gold. Now I understand why. She clearly still doesn't trust them. She clearly still doesn't trust the rest of the people in this room. So, yeah, okay. Well, next part is gonna be interesting, guys. I was planning to end the chapter this part, but I did not succeed. So I guess we'll end this chapter next part. But I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko When They Cry. I'll meet you guys next time for the continuation of this and Natsu's craziness. Boom! She's about to shoot them. Oh my god, this soundtrack. Oh, this is such a high place to end it. You know, cliffhanger. That's how we do it out here. We leave on cliffhangers. Besides, I need to get off to sleep. So I'll meet you guys next time, whenever I record next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko When They Cry. And yeah. Alright, y'all. Peace. Hype music.